Star Radio Sunday Jazz Brunch. Walt Adams with you. Time for our Share the Journey feature, sponsored by Living Resources. I always enjoy getting a chance to talk with the Executive Director, Elizabeth Martin. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Good morning, Walt.
It's great to have you on again, looking at a budget with the state and that all-important budget that will try to keep pace with inflation and how you run your organization. And its effects are so far-reaching. And also this month is National Autism Awareness Month. I know there was a lot going on at the Capitol this past week, trying to bring attention and important funding.
Absolutely. It has been quite a busy last few months. Ever since the budget came out, we have been advocating like crazy to have more funding be put in the final budget. The governor had put in her proposed budget just a 2.5% COLA increase for our reimbursement rates. And while it's nice to have a little bit of an increase, the inflation rate last year was not 2.5%. It was much higher than that. So we have been advocating like crazy to try to get it up to 8.5%, which is what it was between 2021 and 2022.
You see it from a little different perspective because you realize that this funding has a critical impact on individuals that you serve.
It absolutely does. The vast majority of our funding that comes in, our budget and our expenses, is our staff. And so I can't give wage increases to our staff without having the state properly fund us. So we've been dealing with a workforce shortage for quite some time. It's been going on for decades. It became exacerbated through the pandemic. We're trying to get ourselves out of it now. And one of the things that we were hoping for is to have the budget include some increased funding so that not only can we keep the lights on by dealing with the increased costs of just operating, we can also invest more in our staff. So that becomes critical because without staff, it becomes very hard for us to fulfill our mission and to truly support individuals to live the lives they want to live. Also critical is your advocating. What can the average person do? The average person, they can do a lot. They can email, they can call, especially at this late hour, probably even better to call their local legislators, their local state legislators. They can go on to just the New York State Assembly, New York State Senate websites, and they can look up who their Assembly and Senate leaders are, and they can call them. They'll have their contact information right on there. Same thing with the governor's office. If they make a phone call or do an email to the governor's office, would also be really helpful. The more they hear from folks urging that we need increased funding, that we need an 8.5% COLA, the more likely it is that it will get in.
Urge everyone to contact their local politicians. Really look forward to hearing how it works out. I guess you and other CEOs and various agencies are waiting on this final budget report.
Yes, absolutely. And looking forward to it on pins and needles at the same time. And it is kind of interesting that this is all happening during Autism Awareness Month or Autism Acceptance Month. It is a great time for us to reflect and to also celebrate 1 in 36 children who are diagnosed with autism every year, and the more than 5 million adults who live with autism and live and work and play and socialize and are part of our communities. And some of them do need some supports to help them to succeed in their jobs and to succeed living independently. That is exactly what our DSPs do every day, and need to support them through proper funding from the state.
Well, Elizabeth, thank you so much, and look forward to talking to you again soon. Good luck with the budget.
Thank you. Talk to you later.
Special thanks to Elizabeth Martin, Executive Director of Living Resources, sharing her journey. For more information, go to livingresources.org. I'm Walt Adams. More music up next on Saratoga's Star Radio.